we have discussed some of the occupations as dairy farm management, poultry farm, apiculture, and last time we had started with fishery. I told you that rearing of fishes, then crabs, lobsters, etc., that comes under fishery. Now, from exam point of view, you have to remember three divisions of fishery as inland fishery, marine and estuarine fishery. Now inland fishery means it is mainly for freshwater forms. Then marine fishery, it is done for marine fishes, and estuarine fishery is for estuarine fishes or animals. Then in case of freshwater forms, labio rohita, that is rohu, katla and Sirena mrigala. These are three important names in India where these freshwater forms are rare. Then in marine water forms, there are some common examples. That is Harpadon, means Bombay duck, Sardinella, sardine, then mackerel and pomfret. So in exam, you may get a question of writing names of marine or freshwater fishes which are commonly reared. Now, apart from rearing these fishes, not only for food purpose, but fishery is useful in many other ways. For example, fish oil, fish meal, fertilizer. Now we eat fish, but parts of the fishes which we don't eat are then decomposed and converted into a good quality manure which is called fish meal fertilizer. Then fish waste material which is called fish guano, which is rich in nitrogen, is also a good fertilizer. Then fish glue and icing glass. These are some of the other products obtained in fishery that are commercially useful. Also, in case of fishery, fishes are collected from say freshwater, estuary or from seawater, but their storage needs to be done. And for this storage, which avoids spoilage of fishes, there are some methods which are practiced. For example, chilling, freezing, freeze drying, sun drying, smoke drying, salting, canning. These are ways by which fish preservation is done. So, in case of fishery, names of the fishes, freshwater, seawater, then byproducts, then three divisions of fishery, how are fishes preserved, their preservation methods and byproducts. All these things are important from your exam point of view. Now I am going to move to the next occupation, sericulture. It is rearing of silkworms. Now you can open your textbook on page number 257, figure 11.8. It is life cycle of silk moth given in the book. Now that life cycle is important for you because related to that questions can be asked in the exam. So let us see which are the phases in that life cycle. there is adult female which looks like similar to butterfly, but it is called moth. So this is an insect. Female lays eggs on mulberry leaves, then eggs hatch out to produce larvae. Larvae will show development from young to adult larva, and then that larva will produce a cocoon inside which that larva lives. In sericulture, what is done is these larvae which are inside the cocoon, at the right stage, those cocoons are collected, and from those cocoons, now cocoon is nothing but, in simple words, it is a house of that larva. Inside, larva is there, and larva secretes some special chemicals which later on develop into fiber-like structures, and those fibers develop into that cocoon. So those cocoons are used to obtain silk threads. But if you allow that larva to continue to grow and develop, after some time you will find that larva develops into a moth, and then that moth comes out of the cocoon and it sets free and develops as an adult insect. So this is how life cycle is completed. So life cycle is important for your exam. Now this is an occupation which can be done by anybody, like here even old people or people with disabilities can also practice sericulture. Only thing is, you need to take care of these larvae, because larvae are eaten by other birds, etc. I mean, they are the prey of some birds, so that you have to take care and manage. Plus, in good disease-free place, well-ventilated place, you have to keep these larvae. And thing is, lots of mulberry leaves should be available, because mulberry leaves is the food of these larvae. And then practically any person who gets basic training of sericulture can pursue this occupation. Then depending upon the type of the mulberry plant or food available, time of harvest of silk threads, variety of silk threads are obtained. There are different grades of silk. For example, best silk is mulberry silk produced from Bombyx mori. Bombyx mori is the name of the organism. Then tussar silk, airy silk, these are little inferior quality silk threads obtained. So this is how rearing of silkworms gives good as well as little inferior variety of silk, and it is a good occupation. Plus silkworm larvae, their care has to be taken, as I have told you, from birds, ants, other predators, insects, plus microorganisms, fungi, viruses. All these may destroy these silk worms, and that's why care has to be taken. Okay, so this is about sericulture. Now, next one is lark culture. Maybe you might have seen some ornaments made from lark, or for sealing of lac is traditionally used. But lac is produced from lac insect. Again, on page 258 of your textbook, there is life cycle of lac insect. Now that life cycle you are expected to learn well, because questions can be asked on this particular part, like complete the life cycle or any other type of question based on the life cycle. Now, zoological name or scientific name of lac insect is Tacardia laca. Now, this is the insect which produces a chemical called resin. There are glands, dermal glands, that is glands present in the skin of this animal, of female insect especially. This particular secretion is given out by the insect, and then after it comes or it is excreted, initially it is viscous thick fluid, but later becomes hard, or it is hardened when comes in contact with atmosphere. Usually these insects, they grow on trees like pollus, people, babul, etc. And this hardened resin is then collected. Initially, resin has impurities. So there are certain procedures by which purification of lac is done. Now that natural form of lac is called shellac with impurities, and then by purification process pure lac is obtained. India is one of the largest manufacturer of lac, because 85% of total lac production which is done in the world, we have almost 85% of our share. Now this particular lac is very useful in making ornaments, toys, woodwork, then making ink, mirror, etc. So this is about lac culture. So far, which means you have studied various occupations where animals are reared as milk producing animals, cows and buffaloes, then birds for eggs and meat purpose, honeybees, that is apiculture, fishes and related animals in fishery, silkworms in sericulture, and lac insects in lac culture. Okay, this is what we have done in animal breeding. Now we will move on to the next part of the chapter. Microbes in human welfare. Now in this particular part, we are going to discuss applications of microorganisms in our daily life. Which microorganisms? They could be bacteria, protozoa, some fungi, and a variety of similar type of organisms. So all these microorganisms, how are they important in our daily life? That we are going to discuss under this particular heading. Now first is we will discuss microorganisms in food preparation. often make or prepare at home. For example, curd or yogurt which we eat. If you see the procedure of curd making, in warm milk, little buttermilk is added, allow it to set for some time, few hours, and then you get curd. So curd has got microorganism, name is lactobacillus. So here we are consuming this particular bacterium which is a part of our digestive system. It resides in our digestive tract. So in curd there is microorganism. Then there are other food items which require fermentation. For example, idli, dosa, dhokla. Then some of the other food items like jalebi. Or in the preparation of all these, microorganisms are used, especially bacteria. These bacteria, they allow fermentation process. As a result of fermentation, carbon dioxide is produced in the food item or in the preparation of that food item. Because of carbon dioxide, the dough etc. becomes fluffy, and later on after steaming etc. it becomes porous. So this is how fermentation is a process which involves microorganisms. Then there are some microorganisms which are purposely used as a source of food. That is, here microorganism is added as a food supplement to enhance quality of the food item. So those are called single cell proteins. Now in case of single cell proteins, bacteria, algae, yeast, these are the microorganisms which are usually added. Single cell proteins, they provide proteins, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and that is how quality of the food that we eat improves. Then in case of dairy products, lactobacillus is the bacterium which is added, and with the addition of these microorganisms, curd, yogurt, buttermilk, cheese, these are variety of milk products that are obtained. For example, lactobacillus acidophilus is used in making curd. Then Streptococcus thermophilus, and again Lactobacillus bulgaricus. These are used in yogurt making, for buttermilk making also. From curd buttermilk is prepared. Then in making of cheese, many varieties of microorganisms are used, as penicillium varieties are there, and various flavors of cheese are prepared. Okay, so here in case of preparation of milk products, again for exam, name of the product and microorganism which is used in its preparation, these are important. So this was about food products, and they are produced from microbes. Now in case of industries where food products are commercially manufactured, microbes are used. First one is production of alcoholic beverages. So basically here in case of alcoholic beverage preparation, reaction is fermentation. As a result of fermentation of sugars, alcohol is produced and byproduct is carbon dioxide. So here in beverage industry, in alcoholic beverages, preparation of alcoholic beverages is known to human beings for a long time. Uh, for alcoholic beverage preparation, the raw materials are usually fruit juices, then cereal grains, they are also used, and wine, beer, whiskey, brandy, rum, these are variety of alcoholic beverages that are manufactured by fermentation process, and variety of yeast, that is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, is very commonly used in this alcoholic beverage production. From fruit juice, usually wine is made, and for preparation of whiskey, rum, etc., preference is normally given to oat, rye, barley, etc. So this is how by fermentation process alcoholic beverages are used. In India, even cashew nut fruits are also used. That is, their pedicels are used for fermentation purpose, and a very traditional alcoholic beverage called feni is prepared. Now on page number 260, figure of tubular tower fermenter is given in the textbook. Now from exam point of view, this figure is important. So today we will stop here. Next time we will continue with few more microorganisms which are used in daily purpose, and they help us in some other ways. Thank you.